Welcome. I'm thrilled that you could join me for this week's Angel Messages. My name's Elizabeth Harper from sealwithlove.com and intuitivesoulcircle.com. Before we get started with our Angel Messages, make sure that you have my Healing with the Angels mini course. There are 3 things your angels want you to know, plus a wonderful meditation that will really help you to connect to the healing vibration of the angelic realm. You'll see a link in the description, or just go to my website, sealwithlove.com, and you'll find it there. You'll also get my weekly love letter. So, let's get started. Now, this morning, I was thinking to myself, you kind of liked those tarot cards last week. Maybe I should use another deck of tarot cards, but no, I was guided to the Angel Guide deck today. So what I'd love for you to do is place your hands over your heart, just like angel wings. Invite your angels to guide you to message 1, 2, or 3. A message that comes from their heart to yours. All right? Your angels are with you all the time. And there's always surprising ways that the angelic realm comes in. And we call it different names, don't we? It's just energy. It's all energy. The energy of love, highest vibration of love. All right, we're going to choose a card for everyone. What do we all need to know right now? Forgiveness and understanding. There are so many different levels that this message comes on for all of us. Forgiveness and understanding. It can be personally, with your own personal life. Maybe there's somebody to forgive. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Understand something that's happening to you, why it's happening. We can also have this desire to forgive our leaders, what's happening in the world, what has gone before as well. That forgiveness for what has happened before in our families, in our communities, to our own kind, as healers, as intuitives. So there's lots of different layers of forgiveness. So when you look at this, when you look at that beautiful golden, yellow, blue vibration, who does that make you think of? Archangel Michael, right? That energy of Archangel Michael. So maybe this is about cutting away all that energy of sadness, of guilt, of hurt, of pain, of grief, of unforgiveness, and understanding who we are in this vibration. Understanding that everything that happens to us in our world, it's a mirror of who we are within, all of us, as a group consciousness. So it's not just individual, it's also as a group consciousness. And maybe the healing of the world comes from forgiveness and understanding for ourselves first, and then we can allow that to ripple out. And that forgiveness and understanding can be for our family, our best friends, our community, and beyond. And then imagine that energy of forgiveness and understanding, how it shifts and harmonizes as it moves outward. Just imagine that. Because we're all part of a matrix, a tapestry, right? We all have an individual thread that connects in, and we're all weaved together. So as we forgive and understand ourselves, that thread begins to shift, begins to change color. It glows with light. And then all the other threads begin to glow. And there's a ripple effect, right? There's a ripple effect. All right, I love that. I love that message. Number 1. Let's see what's coming up for you. Number 1. Number one is guardian angel. Oh my goodness. Whenever guardian angel comes up, I always feel it's a message that you're going in the right direction, that you are protected and supported, and that every step you take is not just destined, it's supporting you to take the steps that your heart, your soul is guiding you toward. Because sometimes, we get afraid, don't we, with that next step of thinking that we're doing the wrong thing, that this is the wrong choice, that this is the wrong decision, that anything we do, what happens if it turns out to be bad, or it turns out to not be supportive for us. But when guardian angel comes up, there is an energy that says it's going to be okay. Whatever you choose, it's going to be okay. That path. When you look at that card, what do you see in it? It's funny because I live in the Finger Lakes, and the braids on her hair just look like the Finger Lakes of the area that I'm in. And I always feel like that's saying, you're home. It's okay. That's, for me, is the message for me, that you're in the right place. What do you see in that card that gives you a message of support right now? I love that energy. There's all this pink and gold, and the pink and gold to me are soulmate energies. They are partnerships, they are friendships, they are heart-to-heart connections. So again, I feel like that support is there for your next step. You're on the right path. Savor that. That's the word that wants to come in. Savor it. All right, turn these upside down. I'm just going to shuffle them a little again. All right, number 2. Ooh, I've just seen 444 on my computer. That's funny. Oh my goodness, it's one of the times. 444. Cut the cords. We had Archangel Michael in the beginning, didn't we? Cut the cords. What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? This is such a simple message. Because, you already know what you need to release. It's not always easy to do that, though, is it? It's not always easy to just simply cut the energy out. So say, oh, goodbye. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not having that connection anymore. I'm not doing this pattern. I'm not moving with this influence. I'm not eating that food. I'm not taking that path. I'm not going to beat myself up anymore. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm not going to criticize. I'm not going to criticize myself. All these different things that we can cut the cords with. It's not just cutting the cords with others or with partnerships or with ideas. It's cutting the cords with patterns, with thoughts, with feelings, with habits. So what do you, at this moment, what would benefit you to cut the cord from? And how would it benefit you? What would you get as a consequence of that? What would be your gift, your reward as a consequence of cutting that cord? It's not always easy to do it. And I found for myself that, particularly in relationships, when it's come to the end of an energy, and I know it's time to cut that cord, it's time to cut that vibration. And when you do that, it doesn't mean that the relationship's over. It just means that it shifts. It shifts from a different conversation to a new conversation, to a new energy. Think about that. And it's the same with your relationship, with anything, with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with the patterns, with the habits. You shift the relationship with it so that there's a potential then for you to change and move direction. You might go back into that energy. And if you do, don't beat yourself up about it. Just notice it. Say, okay, well, now I need to focus a little more on cutting that energy out. I've done it one time, I can do it again. And you keep doing it until it sticks. cut the cords. Call on Archangel Michael to support you with that. Interestingly, I feel like Archangel Jeremiah as well. That vibration of Archangel Jeremiah. So call on Jeremiah to support you too. Where are we? Number 2. Number 3. Number 3. Ask and receive. I feel like this is an iconic image. I see this quite often, this image. Ask and receive. What do you want in your life right now? What is missing? What energy are you needing, like a vitamin, like a nutrient that is missing from your life? So it might be that love is missing. It might be that security is missing. It might be that friendship or joy is missing. It might be good health is missing. So ask your angels for support. And sometimes, when it comes to things like health, we ask to get better, don't we? We ask for something to make us better. But maybe what we need to ask for is something that will bring harmony into our lives, that will bring wholeness, so that we are not so focused on that end result of complete healing. Instead, we are focused on the wholeness. We are focused on the harmonics of it. And I almost feel as if within us then, we know there's a possibility of that. Because sometimes we restrict that healing because we might think it's just not possible. But if we focus on something like wholeness, right? Focus on something like being in the energy of harmony, of peace, then maybe that instead we open a doorway, open ourselves up to allow that in. So it becomes a possibility for us. Ask and receive. So ask your angels, what do I need to ask for? In this situation, what do I need to ask for? Help me. And invite your angels to guide you to what it would be beneficial for you to focus on right now, so that you can receive it, so that you can be open to receive it. Because that energy is there. It's always coming at you, but sometimes we look at the end and think that when it doesn't appear, that we failed in our manifestation ability, or our angels have failed us, that the energy has failed us. But it's not true. It could be that a stepping stone has been presented to us, an idea has been presented to us that will guide us toward that healing, that wholeness, or whatever it is that you're asking for, that relationship, that new job, that new home, financial abundance, good health, whatever it is. It may be that that stepping stone is right there and you're guided toward it and you just don't recognize it because you're looking for the end result. Does that make sense? Ask and receive. What are you going to ask for? I love that. I love that the angels are guiding us to ask them to help us to focus on the right ask. To focus on the ask that will support us, that will allow us to accept whatever it is we're asking for. Right? I love that. Okay, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me and joining the angelic energy that comes through me. I will see you next week. Thank you for sharing your comments, for sharing my work. I'm sending you lots of love. Angel blessings to you. Bye for now.